Good morning, everybody. It's Liz Lander. It's been quite a while since I have been out there and talking. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Yalda, Happy everything, and Happy New Year. And as the new year approaches, I know it's always a time when we start reflecting and thinking about change and what we want to do different and how we want to be better. And I want to talk about something that I often advertise that I do, and I want to discuss what Reiki is and how I use Reiki in my therapy. Okay, so let's start one thing at a time. So first of all, what is Reiki? Reiki, in its most basic form, and the easiest way I can explain it to you, is an ancient form of Japanese healing. And in fact, it was so prevalent thousands of years ago that it was the go-to treatment for medical issues, not medicine. It was Reiki. So Reiki is an ancient energy healing, and people who practice Reiki, who are really good at it, and there are not a lot of people who are good at it, just kind of like any other discipline, right? There's only certain really amazing therapists, only certain amazing doctors, accountants, whatever. Reiki is also something that takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication to develop. So if you're going to get Reiki, you want to make sure that you're getting it from somebody who, is really developed their skills and is quite good. So how does a therapist use Reiki? Basically, I use Reiki, I use energy healing, a skill that I've learned to develop to access life force energy. Reiki means basically energy, life energy. I learned how to use that and access that energy to cleanse and balance people's energy centers, which I'm not going to get too into, but we know about the chakras, the 7 chakras, which are energy centers in the body that are all connected to different aspects of our emotionality. So if somebody comes into me as a client and they're emotionally sad or scared or anxious or whatever, I can use that energy cleansing and that energy channeling to not only clear away the negative emotion from people, but also to get information on this client from the different energy centers on what might be going on with them emotionally that maybe they're not tapped into themselves, or maybe they don't understand. Once I have that information, then after the Reiki session, then we really talk about it. And it gives me this beautiful deep insight into what my clients are going through, and it really helps to heal them on a lot of different levels, on a physical level, an emotional level, and even a spiritual level. So if you're coming to me to try out this energy healing, this Reiki, this therapeutic Reiki session, you're getting some Reiki in the beginning, maybe 25, 30 minutes, maybe more. And then the rest of the session, we're talking about what I picked up, what you felt, what you're feeling. And it's all something that's very beautiful and very good. So sometimes when people are not understanding or not used to hearing the word Reiki, or they don't really know what it means, they tend to imagine it's some kind of weird hocus pocus, witchy, weird stuff. And it's not. It's not religious. It's not denominational. It's just energy healing. Very basic. So again, a Reiki practitioner can pick up and sense that energy around you, and we're not giving you our energy. We are channeling life force energy, and we're placing that healing energy into you to heal you. So there's nothing scary that happens. It has nothing to do with anything crazy. Again, this was sort of the go-to form of medicine in ancient Japan. So think about it, instead of going to a doctor for medicine, people would go to Reiki practitioners to have, their energy worked on, and that's how they believe to get better. So when I incorporate that with therapy, it's really powerful, and people need a lot less sessions, in my view, when you do the combination of Reiki and therapy together, because you're getting so many forms of healing at one time. And my clients just cannot stop raving about the success of it. And in fact, sometimes it's hard for me to believe that it worked as well as they say it did. But they say, like, my back pain's gone, my hip pain's gone. I was able to say what I really want to say to someone that I haven't been able to say. So the Reiki that I use, or the way that I use Reiki, again, is all for emotional and therapeutic purposes. And if there's other good things that happen because of it, then that's fantastic. But it's therapy combined with energy healing that gives us the most peace, that gives us the most understanding, and that gives us the most ultimate healing. I highly recommend you try it. So if you're wondering, okay, what is Reiki and how does that connect to therapy? Now you know. So what does a therapy session look like with Reiki? So let me explain that. I can do it virtually or I can do it in person, but basically if we do it in person, then you're going to come into my office and you're going to lay down in this lovely electric chair that goes back, and you're going to close your eyes, and I'm going to have relaxing music on, and I am going to channel in life force energy, which I do through the chakras in my hands, and I will gently place my hands on certain energy centers of the body. And if you don't want me to, touch you, or any Reiki practitioner touch you, we can just hold our hands right above those energy centers, okay? And each one of those energy centers are connected to a different set of emotions. So once I go through your energy system and sort of clear that out and balance it out, then I kind of nudge you. You're not sleeping, but you're super relaxed. Nobody ever wants to wake up. I'll give you a little nudge and say, okay, let's go ahead and sit up and let's talk about the information that I was able to pick up on, and let's talk about what's going on. And then it becomes a therapy session. And I always ask people going into the Reiki therapy session, what is your intention? Why do you want the session? What do you want to get out of it? And some people will say, I really need a better relationship with my children, or a better relationship with myself or my husband, or there's something I need to say to somebody and I just can't, or I'm feeling sick all the time because I'm anxious, or I'm feeling very depressed and I need a little lift. So there's all kinds of things, and there's really nothing Reiki can't help, and there's absolutely nothing negative that can happen to you from Reiki. Either nothing's going to happen, but you'll just be very relaxed, or something really miraculous is going to happen, and then we don't just send you out the door like most Reiki practitioners. Because I'm a licensed therapist and Reiki master, then together we put those things together and we get this really beautifully deep, richly textured healing session. So I really encourage you to come and do this. It is life-changing. And I have a great office in Aventura if you're in the area. And if you're not, then we can do it virtually. And it works virtually just as well. And I would like any of my clients who are watching this that have done this with me to just write a little testimonial underneath so people, understand how beautiful this is. So, Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Let's just expect well-being to come to us. Let's just expect good things to happen in our lives, and let's just focus on reflecting this week before the new year comes and really decide, okay, not just a silly New Year's resolution, but what is it that we really want to do differently, or feel differently about, or think differently about. And then you come to me with that intention and we work on it. So if you're in Florida, it is looking like northeastern weather the last 2 days. It's pretty difficult. It's pretty crazy to believe, but it is. raining and ugly and oh my goodness. But we're gonna enjoy it as a cozy, beautiful day in bed. This would be like the second day it's like this. And I know it's kind of hard to get motivated on days like this. And I know throughout most of the country, the weather's not great. And if the weather's not great in Florida, it's not great anywhere. So I just wanted to check in and say hello. It's been so long since I have been on screen and there's no reason for it. I've just been kind of distracted with other things. But Jan 1, I'm back in action, and I'm using this week, hopefully with a lot of you, to do sort of a preparation and a healing and a mental focus for what exactly we want to achieve in the new year. Okay, so if you want to do a Reiki session, text me, call me, and remember, it's Reiki and Therapy together, so we do both. It's awesome, life-changing stuff. Okay, happy holidays, everybody.